Fear not, denizens! Parade is here, aka the bringer of rain, aka Father, the sea and sun, aka King of the Core. And today, I have none other than my very special guest and the host of the Celebration Cantina, Uncle Sheev, Twitch.tv, aka the Wizard of Oscars. I have none other than Eli from the FAN Awakens. How are you today, sir?
My day's always better with one of those great intros, man. I'm doing pretty great. Thank you for having me. Happy to be here.
Thank you.
And how are you? How are you doing today?
I am doing excellent, and I'm super excited because we are talking about Star Wars Celebration. And when this posts, we're going to be within 7 days of flying out to Japan. What's your excitement level right now?
I would say it's at a I would say it's at a 10. You know, I have my countdown. I check it a couple times a day. I'm like, is it still, we're still like under 7?
Yeah.
So I'm really pumped. My entire YouTube feed is still just Japan stuff. I can't wait for this trip. It's my first time going out of the country, so that's exciting.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And like, whereas if you'd asked me a couple months ago, I was excited, but like the idea of going to Japan wasn't like super all time exciting for me, and that's ramped up. So
Nice.
we're cranking it up to a 10.
Nice. So I go in waves. I'm like excited at a 10 when I talk about it, and then it dips down because I'm like, I know I'm not there yet. I gotta kind of come back to reality, and then I'm sad that I'm not there, and then it ramps up again. And so right now I'm at a high. Behind the scenes, for the people who are watching, we actually recorded just 24 hours ago for your channel, the Celebration Cantina, where this whole YouTube rigmarole started way back in 2021? Something like that. And it was after Celebration, I think, when you invited me on.
Maybe it's 22.
Was it 2022?
Either way.
Every other year, maybe? Who knows?
It's been
the Anaheim one.
Yeah.
The Anaheim one. But it started way back when, and now we're here going to meet in Japan. Now, pop quiz for you. Do you remember the last time we saw each other in person? The actual date.
Yes, it was. See, I know because Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 came out.
Yep.
It was May. Give me a second. Give me a second.
Don't look it up. Don't cheat.
Wait, it's 25, 20. I'm guessing May 2023.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Bonus points for you.
Movie release dates. Got them.
Nice. Yeah.
2023.
2023. 2 years ago. And
almost
we'll be
to the
almost to the date, and we'll be in person hanging out once again, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the flesh, my friend. And if anyone else comes and finds us, we have the Rain Awakens stickers, the crossover stickers. It says in Arabic. Well, actually, I'm gonna let you guys decipher if you can get one, but at the bottom it says Reigncore and the FAN Awakens, with the font of the Rain Awakens from the FAN Awakens logo, and then the bleeding crown in Gengar purple is what I'll call it.
I was waiting for something. That's a joke for another time.
That's another joke for another time. But it is the purple of Star Wars Celebration. I actually went to the website and grabbed the color code just to make sure it matches up. So if you find us there, Eli will have some to give away. I have some to give away. And just a little thank you. You will not be able to buy this on Etsy at all, on Reigncore Etsy or anywhere else. So these will be
exclusive.
Con exclusive. No reservations required. You just gotta find us.
You don't gotta wait in a lottery queue for this
one.
No
queues, no lottery. But before we move on any further, if you are new here to the Reigncore channel or find this through the FAN Awakens in some form or fashion, we have a whole playlist of celebration videos. I've been compiling videos that Eli did and that I did. Maybe I'll probably drop some of the older ones in there just as a reference of, other things that we've done in the past, the Cantina videos. But they're great videos to watch because we are trying to be very descriptive and insightful about past cons, previous cons, and things that we've done, tips and tricks, and our overall overviews of how the cons go. And I think that's how I found Eli before we started this whole mess. I was looking up videos, and I think some people will also find these that way as well. Be sure to check the playlist. I'll drop a link in the description. Another exciting thing too is I just recently recorded, it's not posted yet, but by the time, actually I should say by the time this posts, that video will be up. I had interviewed J42, friend of the show. She lived in Japan, knows Japanese, and we talked about being a good guest as a foreigner, the culture, and some manners. So definitely check out that video. It was very insightful for me. Hopefully you guys find it insightful as well. Some other things I wanted to talk about, and I don't know if you got a chance. Did you see that Star Wars Celebration posted an article about like some things you should know about the convention? I don't know if you got a chance to look at it.
I didn't read it yet, no.
Okay, so it was a quick read. It wasn't like super long and in depth. It was like almost like highlights, but I wanted to talk about two things that we haven't talked about in any videos yet. The first one is the Celebration food hall. So if you look at the map, there's an app. There is a food section, so you don't really have to leave the convention to grab food. So it's just a quick little paragraph. I'll read it really quick. It says, the event will also have the Star Wars Celebration food hall. Enjoy exclusive, authentic Japanese dishes, desserts, and drinks with a Star Wars twist without leaving the convention hall. From Chewbacca yakisoba noodles to It's a Trap takoyaki, and much, much more in the Star Wars Celebration food hall. Has something for everyone, whether you want a full meal or just a bite. So I was very excited to see that, because leaving the con is like, you don't really want to. You shouldn't. And they also had a food truck section on the map as well. So there'll be multiple food things while we're there at the convention. Any thoughts on that?
I'm pretty excited about that. I will say, just going back to Celebration in Anaheim, if anyone was there and you're watching this video, there was a Mexican food truck and they had this California burrito. I have had many California burritos in my life. That one changed my life. And I swore, I made a point to take a picture of that truck so that I can seek them out. I cannot find that picture. I've looked through my camera roll 10 times over. I can't find what that truck was. So basically that whole story was to say, I hope that I have a similar experience in Japan, and there's a food truck out there that makes me want to go back to Japan solely for that food. But I think it's awesome that they have plentiful options. Because leaving the con is a pain.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that.
And there's not really,
you don't have to.
Yeah, there's not really much out there by the convention center. So I'm glad they're bringing food to us versus us having to figure out food situations. Because I remember trying to hunker down in the panel rooms, and my friends were like, we can't stay for more panels, we're too hungry and we have to leave. I'm like, okay, I'll try my best to stick it out. I think someone brought, like, because there was vending machines in Anaheim, so they brought me like a soda or whatever, and I was able to eat that. I was even thinking about bringing like a bar or something, or a snack from 7-Elevens or the other convenience stores to have in there. Hopefully we could bring in food. I don't know if we can, but something I was considering. And there was one more other thing I found very interesting in the article. It talked about Tokyo Disneyland, where they do have Star Tours there. And Star Tours is not super popular in Disneyland. So they said the queue is like maybe 15 minutes long. You can kind of go in a bunch. And they did say they recently updated it to have planets from Ahsoka, Andor, and The Mandalorian. And it's in Japanese. So I'm probably going to ride that a few times if we can.
Same.
So I was very excited to see that. They have other things like there's like a live in concert event for, they're doing like Star Wars, the movies, like live orchestras. Okay. And then the baseball team out there is having like a Star Wars night. So I was like, that's really cool that they're putting events on. I don't know what the tickets are like. I don't have much information on that because we already have some of our stuff planned out. But
yeah, they're not bad, but I know for the baseball game, we're going to be at Disneyland for one of them.
Right.
Or for the baseball game. But I do think that it's cool that they have, some different options for like entertainment during the week.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm pretty excited. And I'm excited to try the food, man.
Yeah.
Like food truck sounds awesome. And it's always fun when they theme stuff. So
yeah,
I'm in.
Yeah. We're going to be doing also, I'm going to be doing vlogs. I'm going to be recording Eli a bunch. What do you think about that? What do you think about that? So
yeah, we're definitely going to be online.
Yeah, this is definitely the Rain Awakens crossover for sure event of the year. But is there anything else you're excited about? We talk, and definitely go watch the Cantina Celebration Cantina video, because we did talk about a lot.
At night.
The After Dark episode where we like undo our ties, let our hair down, and no, it was a fun one.
Yeah.
But outside of what we talked about on your video, was there anything
Sure.
else that you're excited about that we might not have touched on? Because I have a couple of things
Yeah,
that
sure.
I might be bringing up.
I
But
mean,
go
there's
ahead.
a few things that I don't think I touched on for sure. Which one thing is just hanging out, seeing you out there and just
Mm-hmm.
like hanging out and walking the floor together.
Yeah.
Because even though we connected mostly after the con in
Yeah.
Anaheim, so we didn't even see each other at Anaheim.
Right.
Um, so I think it'll be just fun to explore con together for the first
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and so that'll be great. I'm also excited. I don't know if I'm gonna vlog per se,
Sure.
but I am gonna stream, and then I'll probably upload those streams to YouTube.
Yeah.
Um,
That's a
so
good
just,
idea.
seeing how that goes and
Yeah.
just having fun showing some people, what's going on out there. Hopefully some people can enjoy if they're not able to make it out, live through that vicariously.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, my biggest thing is I'm just so excited to be on the floor and just checking out what's going on, meet some people. So that's
Yeah.
that's my big thing right now.
Did we record the Hot Toys part of or was that outside? Like, so for anyone who doesn't know, me and Eli talk for about
I think it was on recording.
okay. We talk about 4 hours and we record 1 hour of that
That's what we
conversation
do
usually,
every time.
like every time. So we were recording from like 8 to or talking from 8 to 1 on a weeknight, and we recorded probably like the 9 o'clock hour or the 10 o'clock hour. It's always a great time.
I don't think we recorded till, yeah, it was like almost, was it 10:20 or was it 9:20?
It was
Either
late.
way, it was
It
late.
was
It was,
late.
I think it was
Oh, it was
10:20.
10:20 because we were saying, oh, should we go to bed? And I'm like, no, let's record this video.
Yeah.
But we're definitely not going to record that late now for this one. So we're a little bit more fresh. But one thing, I sent you that you were talking about picking up a hot toy, and I don't know if you want to talk about that again, but maybe we shouldn't
Sure.
because we already talked about it already. But I sent you that Darth Maul one, and that one
Yes.
looks pretty sick.
Pretty sick.
And I was like, I don't know, I didn't look too hard at like the article or any of the caption. I'm not even sure where that armor comes from, but it looked
Concept
really cool.
art, I believe.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty cool. I
Yeah,
think that's
yeah.
a pretty niche thing, and it's a cool design.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, so far, our Hot Toy exclusives are the training Darth Maul and the Cherry Blossom Stormtrooper, which I may or may not have expressed temptation to buy.
I said don't do it.
And
The Ahsoka one looks pretty sick too, though.
is it an exclusive? I didn't
Oh,
see
I
it.
don't know if it's an exclusive.
Either way, it doesn't have to be exclusive for me to pay for it.
Right. Right. So speaking of things personally purchasing there,
Sure.
I might be pivoting towards getting an autograph from Vanessa Marshall, who does Harrison Dula's voice.
I think that'd be pretty sweet. I was surprised that you didn't get one. I will say that.
Oh, really? Well, I'm not a
Yeah.
big autograph guy.
I
have
know.
autographs. I have 4 right there in
Yeah.
my background. And Hera's my favorite character. We'll see. I'm not sure how much money I'll have available, and it's
Fair.
a pretty big ask for an autograph these days, and a big time
it is.
sink. So
I didn't look into how much hers is, but
it's
one random thing. Yeah, go
it's
ahead.
120.
Oh, I mean that's higher than I thought it'd be.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's gonna be moderating the Oscar Isaac panel though.
Oh, very
So
cool.
that'll be cool,
Yeah. Yeah. I think she's great. It's just I'm already not an autograph person, and to spend
Sure.
$120, we'll see. We'll see.
It's pretty high.
It's pretty high.
steep.
It's pretty high.
Like, I
And
know
I
we
think she's
mentioned it
great.
on the other one, but I'm doing a photo op with Oscar Isaac,
Yes.
and I'm not gonna lie, I am an autograph guy,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm tempted to get an autograph. It's not that many. Like, I would get an Oscar Isaac autograph for sure.
Oh, right,
If I
because you're doing a
do,
photo,
I'll
yeah.
probably bring my Force Awakens poster
Oh, yeah,
and then have
yeah.
him sign that. I think that would be probably the
Yeah.
move.
Yeah.
So we'll see. That might happen.
Here's another thing I like getting autographed besides Funko Pops. Steelbooks.
It's a great idea, dude. I think I have 7 copies of The Force Awakens now, maybe 8.
Yeah,
That's a good idea. It's not a
because
bad idea.
I actually purchased. I don't think I ever posted it. Maybe I will before we leave. I did buy the steelbook for Andor, so I have an
Nice.
actual
It's
physical
a
copy
great
of
steelbook.
Andor season 1, which is great because if they ever pull it off at Disney Plus, which I don't think they'll do, I still have it along with my like
Mhm.
Rogue One steelbook and all my other like the original trilogy and all the steelbooks that I have. So steelbooks were things that I got signed. I think I have like my Halo 2 signed by Cortana
Damn,
and Master
alright.
Chief. Yeah, way back in the SAC anime
Pretty
days.
sweet.
Yeah. So I do have a few autographs, but those were like $20. You know what I mean? Like they're just there and they
Yeah,
just yeah,
what
yeah.
it is.
But $20 compared to 120, it's a
The
lot.
inflation's
The inflation
crazy.
yeah,
I know.
2025 and yeah, that was years and years ago when
For
I
a
got those.
stroke of the pen.
Yeah.
No,
But steelbooks
it's
is my other thing I like. But the poster's great too because you're talking about how you have them in your background and you want
yeah,
to display them. It
kinda
makes
hard to
sense.
see here, but I have that picture behind the Rey stand-up is signed, and then
Yep.
that's the Force Awakens poster up there,
Yeah.
which would be cool to have,
Do
Oscar Isaac sign it.
do you have them do messages or just their name?
Just a name.
Okay. Okay.
Actually, I think I gotta look. I think my Sam Witwer one might say to Eli, but I think
Okay.
it's just a name.
Yeah. I have them signed to Parade because I don't want them to feel like I'm selling it.
I mean, I totally get that. I think as long as you're not using a blue pen, I think it's like I don't think they're the
What do
blue
you mean the blue
pens.
pen?
The blue pen thing is a known like, especially with jerseys and like things where I guess there's a way to transfer it,
Oh.
and so
Oh,
like
okay.
I know a lot of people like if you pull a blue Sharpie or blue pen, they just won't use it.
Really? Oh,
Yeah, because that's like the
interesting.
telltale thing that it's like a reseller. So,
Got it. Oh,
I think
okay.
as long as you don't got that, you got a silver pen, a black pen, whatever, I
Yeah.
don't worry about it.
Yeah, yeah.
But, for
I
sure.
I don't do Sharpies for Funko um paint pens.
Yes, paint
Paint
pens.
pens let them dry out a little bit and they look really good. Like my I have Zeb from Steve Blum in green. So it like really pops on the box.
That's
It's
what
on
my,
my
Ahsoka one is also green, same.
Oh, yeah. Was that the Ashley Eckstein one?
Yeah, yeah,
Nice. I like when she does it like big and orange on the Ahsoka pops. That's cool.
a good one.
I feel like there's a lot of those out there though. So
Yeah,
I might be tempted to do a Vanessa Marshall. I
it's a
might
game
be.
time decision.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring the box. I'm gonna bring the pen, and then hopefully there's an opening. I'll let the universe decide on that one. Like most of my
Yep.
purchasing for Star Wars Celebration.
This one's different though, because usually there's a lot more people
Yeah,
signing.
yeah.
So typically, like I mean, what I've done before is take a look at the lines, and if like someone doesn't have a line at all. When we got the Jonas Suotamo autograph, he had nobody in his line. It
Mm,
was super cheap, and so
nice.
we just decided why not? We'll just find something for him to sign.
Yeah.
And we went over there and we had like a 5-10 minute conversation because
Oh,
there's no one
nice.
in the line. So
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
that stuff is cool because you're getting experience out of it, and it's
Right.
not just like sign, thank you. Um, but yeah, I mean, they're cool mementos. It'd be a cool piece to have the hair of Pop signed.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I think it's more the price point. Like if it was like under 100, I'd be like, okay, cool. But again, we have like this whole trip in front of us before the
Yeah.
convention, so I'm like, well, we'll see. And I don't even know. Still no merch store as of recording. So
That's the only tough thing about I know when we were planning the trip, we're like, do we put in the beginning, the end?
right, yeah.
With it being in the end, it is the one thing where like, all right, like how do I budget myself? Like, am I gonna skimp in the beginning so that I could, go crazy in the back half? Or, it's like you have like little cheese with the sticks
Yeah.
and you kind of dip a little bit until you get to that last stick and you just scoop it all up. No, so
I
I don't
think
know. I think it'll be fine.
yeah, it should be fine. I think I what I did for how I budgeted for the convention, I looked at what I spent at Anaheim and then
Yeah,
I went, I spent a lot on pins, and this time I'm not. But that it's still like I still have a general idea of like the rounder number of what I might spend. Because again, I'm where I'm at in my life. I'm not trying to get really any like exclusives. I'm more
sure.
leaning towards cosplay, handmade things, and they don't sell that stuff at Celebration.
No,
So
yeah,
I'd be very surprised if I do find things that I like and compel me enough to buy. The one thing that would change is if the merch store goes heavily into that Japanese aesthetic.
Same.
And so I could get what my friend says, oiled down. Oiled down in the merch store.
Whoa.
Yeah. It's that meme where the dude's getting there. Anyway, if you know the meme, if you know, you
You
know.
gotta explain yourself. No,
Yeah.
I do agree though, because I will admit, it's not like I'm balling, but this is the first celebration I'm going to where I was able to save, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
an
yeah.
amp, like I'm not dirt broke.
Sure, sure.
Um, so I do think though that celebration store can sap my entire saved budget for this.
Yeah.
Like if they have the bad shirts, I'll buy them all. I'm not saying I will necessarily buy them all, but I will be tempted to
I
just.
don't think they will. My guess is they won't because there was like 20 different arts or something like that. It was a
But
large
like
number.
I'm thinking in Anaheim they had a ton of shirts.
Mm,
And in
they
Chicago
did.
they had just as many badges, and they had probably not every single one, but they probably had like over 10 different badge shirts. So I
Oh,
wouldn't be
okay.
surprised if they still have like at least like the major ones. Maybe not like the press badge and things like that,
Yeah.
but you know,
The reason why I'm predicting it because they had the enamel pins and there was only like 10 different ones out of the
true. It's
20 or
true.
30 or however many there are. So my guess is they spread them out. So they probably have
Still
some
be
in
happy with that.
shirt form, they probably have some in pin form, they probably have some in poster form. The poster ones would really get me. That would probably get me.
I know we talked about a little before with I have a toxic relationship with posters because
Yeah.
I feel like I need them, but I have negative space for them. Uh, but yeah, I agree. It's so easy to buy a poster. It's just, you buy it, roll it up, and it'll stay in there. I found when I was going through my poster tube,
Uh-huh.
when I was extending it and trying to put it back compact,
Mhm.
and it was having a hard time, I found there was a mini poster I had in there
Oh
since
no.
2019 that I never took out
That's
that
like getting
has been.
crushed.
Yeah, it was still in fine condition. I
Okay,
guess it
okay.
was slipping between, like, I don't know, the panels of the poster tube
Yeah.
somehow, but, yeah, I was like
Oh,
me and
interesting.
Miguel, my brother, had to fish it out. Took, like, 15 minutes.
I told Eli you need to just post them one at a time on Instagram. So let us know in the comments if that's something you want to see, and let us know if there's anything that you want us to talk about for when we get back. Any questions that you might have, order when this posts. I'll still be checking the comment section. Anything that you guys want to ask us as previous con goers to this crazy convention called Star Wars Celebration. One thing we did cover is all the panels that or the main panels that we're going to in your video. So
Yeah,
go watch it for that. But I'm excited to do that. And oh, another thing is after the con, and we talked about it before, but meetups. So let us know if you guys want to do meetups. DM Eli, DM me. One of them could be gachapon arcades, uh, claw machine arcades, or Eli's number one pick right now, karaoke, which I'm
even
always
I
down
don't know
for.
if there's bowling around there or whatever, we'll find something to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, karaoke. You don't wanna see me on the karaoke, and I do mean that, but, I'll
We
be up
want to
there.
hear you. We want to hear
Oh,
you.
oh, you will. You will. Everyone will. But yeah, let us know. I'm probably gonna reach out a couple places and see who's interested. But regardless, we're definitely gonna do something after.
Oh
So
yeah,
everybody's welcome.
yeah.
Just let us know.
And I know more people besides Eli who are going, and we might have some people tagging along. Chalk Doc will be there. My friend Chris will be there. Friend of the show, Sylvia, who's been on the Cantina. So bunch of people and a lot of people we haven't seen in person or met in person, but have talked to online. So we're gonna have a lot of fun, man. I'm
Also,
looking forward
yeah,
to it.
I mean, even if you're traveling, I know like I tried to go to London and it didn't work out, but I was gonna go alone to that.
Oh right,
And so like if you're a solo traveler, if you want to hang out somewhere in a group setting,
yeah,
there's probably going to be a good, good couple people. So
yeah,
definitely feel free to reach out.
yeah, yeah. Definitely ask, see where we're going. My other question for you is, what's left on your to do before you fly? What's
Yeah,
left? What's
so
on your to do
I
list?
need to do one more laundry run for sure and make
Yeah,
sure that I
yeah,
have everything. But I want to. I got new luggage, and I want to decorate that a little bit.
Oh,
Most of it
okay.
is cosmetic stuff. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
I
yeah.
have everything I need at this point set. The flights are squared away. The rental car to the airport, all that fun stuff. I have what I need. I need to physically pack my bags.
Mhm.
Um, and then, yeah, I just wanna do something with my bags a little bit.
Yeah.
I think figuring out my backpack situation a little. I have a backpack, we've talked about this. I
Off that
might be
was
trying
off
to
the
find a
camera.
new one. That was off camera for sure. Um, so that's speaking of patches, I'll buy patches too if I see them out there. But yeah, that's the main thing, just, packing my bags, making sure that my bags are kinda set how I want them to be.
Yeah, yeah.
But thankfully, I think I've spent all the money that I don't think I need to spend any more money to prepare.
I think I'm in the same boat, and I've been buying a lot of stuff actually within the last 2 weeks. Oh, that's
Nice.
actually something. I don't know if you're aware. Shout out to my buddy Ian Grayson, Junk Trader Outpost. He posted in one of our Star Wars groups that someone on eBay was selling Paizu boots, and I don't know if you're familiar. Have you ever heard of these?
Not
So
sure.
I'll tell it now because I don't think I'll ever be on video talking about it. There'll be signs. There'll be signs that I have these boots. So back in the day, there's a company who makes boots, and they got actual license to make Star Wars style boots. And then the
Okay.
license ends, and then those boots are no longer in circulation. But on the used market, they'll pop up every once in a while. And someone was selling them at a lower price than what the market price is. And
I do know these boots. I know them well. Yeah, yeah.
your boy hopped on it, and I got
You
myself a
got some?
pair. Yeah, I don't
Oh,
know if it'll be
shoot.
here before celebration, um, but there'll be signs if there are.
Yeah,
So
those boots are sick.
they have some pretty sick ones, and like I was like, oh, are they in my size? Okay, well, is the price good? And I did the whole like, hey, did an offer pretty low, and then we met in the middle.
There you
So
go.
I hope he's
It's good
happy.
negotiation.
I'm very happy. It says it could show up anywhere between I'm still here. So that'd be great if it does. It would suck if it doesn't and it shows up while I'm on the plane. That's the only thing. And I don't know if I would necessarily bring them because I already have my costumes planned out.
Sure.
Um and I want to see if they're actually even comfortable. I don't know if they're
Hey,
like
if they show up though, I know you're gonna slip them on. You're like,
oh
time
for
to come up with a whole new
a whole
cosplay.
new costume. Yeah. So going back to the bag thing, I was talking to Eli off camera, and I was going through a bag crisis of which bags am I taking, which ones can I take, which ones function. Because I actually mentioned to my other friend of the show, Kate Ryder, sometimes the bag dictates the costume, or there's bags that you can't wear with certain costumes. Most of mine, this backpack, my reigncore backpack, will work great with all of them. I have a crossbody bag, doesn't work with any of them that I like. You've probably seen it's the Heroes and Villains Tusken Raider one that I wear to Disneyland. Nice low profile, but it doesn't carry a bunch of stuff because while we're in Tokyo, I'm planning to buy a bunch of stuff. So that small bag, even though it's Star Wars themes, not coming with me on the trip. And then I was telling Eli I have like this side satchel that I got from another friend of the show, Womp Rat Mando. Great for cosplay, great low profile bag that works with every costume I have that I'm bringing. Just not big enough if I'm buying certain things. If anything, it would be like the Sunday bag, right?
Yeah.
Which I think I actually am gonna wear. So it just only works for Sunday, not really the rest of the Tokyo trip. so
Yeah, no, I get that.
so
I
I've been dealing with that.
No, I was gonna say, like, I had gone through different ideas for what to wear at Celebration,
Yeah,
uh, and, a lot of them like, I was gonna do, like, a slight Finn-esque
yeah, yeah,
inspired
yeah,
outfit.
yeah.
It didn't happen because I just
Sure.
was like when it came down to it, I'm, like, looking at these jackets and, like, $200 or so,
Yeah,
maybe
they
more,
get
and I was
pricey.
just
Yeah,
like, "I could spend that, or I could just use that $200 in Japan,"
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
at the end, I was like, "I'll just spend that $200 in Japan." Um but honestly, like, I feel like I've changed my wardrobe over the last, like, year and a half, right?
yeah.
And when I'm thinking about what I'm gonna wear to the convention, it's gonna be a graphic T-shirt, some
And that's
shorts and some
fine.
pants and a hat, and,
yeah,
like but the thing is, like, for a while, I was stressing, like, "What am I gonna wear to this con? I feel
sure.
like I wanna do something different." And then at the end of the day, I'm like, "Nope, we're just going with the reliable. We're
yeah,
going
yeah.
with."
Well, you definitely want to be comfortable. You want to, feel comfortable. So do that. Um, I most of my Star Wars bounds are my regular clothes, and then it's just
Yeah.
accessories. So it's like either a vest over my regular clothes or a jacket over my regular clothes. Um, so because I've shifted my wardrobe to be more Disney bound looking and Star Wars looking. Um, but there'll be some things that it's like, oh, I'm gonna be fumbling around a bit with like I have my poster too, but I don't have it next to me to show, but I did show it on your video.
Yep.
So check out the Fan Awakens YouTube channel for that. Um, but yeah, you'll be fine, man. And there's gonna be plenty of people not
Oh
dressed up.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm all good. I am thinking though, I want to speak into existence. I do want to do maybe the next celebration. I want to do the Narkina 5 prison thing. You know, I feel
Oh
like
yeah.
it's a comfortable costume. It's very you're basically wearing scrubs, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that might be the one. And
Yeah.
it's this there's a community of it. So
For sure. I think
that might be the move.
yeah, because they used to. Well, I think they still do
They do the running
the
of the
Camtono run,
yeah.
and then now they're doing the One Way Out thing too. They have the Mandalorians also, so there's a lot of cool groups for that. They post those online of when they're going to
Yeah.
do it. But and what's also awesome is you don't have to like build that yourself. You can just get it. Probably like
Yeah.
find someone on Etsy who makes them. I know people who make them. I don't know if they're like commissioning, but those are
Still, yeah, they're
yeah
accessible. It's an
yeah.
accessible, comfortable costume, so that's probably the route I'd go. I'm not, I still think back to the 2019 when I was in my elevator after, like, the second date. Granted, it's freezing, it's snowing
Oh
outside,
yeah, I like this.
and, yeah, this guy was dressed up as Templar Kylo Ren. The outfit was sick, but this guy was, like, dehydrated,
Yeah.
and I'm, like, cold, and this guy takes his helmet off, and he's just beet red,
Yep.
bleeding sweat. I'm like, "Man, that is commitment." The
Mm-hmm.
costume looks sick,
Yeah.
but that is rough.
Literally suffering for your art is
Yes,
what the
yes.
and I don't miss it. I don't miss suffering. The con crunch I don't miss. And I hope I'm not con crunching in this last 7 days before we leave, because that would be ridiculous. I pretty much have. Oh, actually, we could talk about this. I have one more
Sure.
thing that I need to do, and I kind of test ran it. But I was like, let me clean it up a bit. I am bringing a small blaster to the convention.
Oh, are you?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So having it in the check bag, I don't think I'll have any problems. Shout out to Chocodoc. She had her friend make a note that says like, this is a prop toy, not for real use, and then it says it in Japanese. So then you just kind of put it like in a Ziploc bag so that they can see it and read it. If they do check, it's plastic, so there's no metal in it. So I don't think I'll have problems there. And then taking it to the con, they said it's allowed as long as it has like the orange tip and it doesn't fire anything. And so yeah, I should be good. I'm not too concerned.
Be cool, man. That'd be
Yeah,
cool.
but the orange tip looks ridiculous. I'm just using painter's tape to kind of cover it,
Yeah.
because I don't want the paint to come off that I added on there. I wish I had like a cleaner solution. Right now, I don't. Maybe that'll be my final con crunch, but that I believe is the last thing. Maybe touching up my com greebly, because it did like scrape up a little bit where you can see the raw the raw plastic,
Gotcha.
because I didn't seal it the last time I pinned it, because that was con crunching for the photo shoot and I didn't have time to seal it. But those two things I believe are the last two con things. Everything else I've already started like packing because I'm not wearing obvious
You
cosplay before
reminded
then.
me. I did have one thing. I think I was gonna text you about it, but
Hmm. Yeah, go
I
ahead.
do want to bring one thing. I have my my Rebel ring, like Rose Tico had the ring,
Yeah, yeah,
or
yeah.
and I want to bring it, but I think I want to make a necklace because I hate putting it on my finger because
Oh,
I bought it at Disneyland, but
yeah, yeah, yeah.
it makes your finger green, and I don't want to deal with.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not the most comfortable.
What I'll do is if you want leather, I have a leather spool that I
Yeah,
use for my necklaces, like all my coins and all that
I
stuff.
remember that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'll just cut you a thing and then we'll fit it and we'll tie it to your neck.
My brother might have some, so
Okay,
I'll
yeah.
ask him. But then, if
You
not,
keep
I'll
me
let you
posted.
know. But yeah, I was thinking about doing that. So
Yeah.
just as like a wear it around my neck.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I like that a lot. Um, yeah, I'm curious what other things we'll see around the con floor that will be like worth um me considering buying. Because even I think when you were in Anaheim, uh, the actor who plays young Boba Fett, didn't he do like a signing at Box Lunch, like kind of out
Yeah,
of
yeah,
nowhere?
I got that. That's up here. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
just so random. It was just like, oh,
yeah,
hey, he's gonna be doing a signing, and you can take selfies.
right.
And It was fun. It was cool. I
Yeah.
mean, he especially because he does paid, autographs and
Yeah.
photo ops. So it was just a free thing with box lunch. So you never know when that's gonna pop up.
Yeah. And
Something
Box
like
Lunch
that.
probably paid him nice, so he
I'm sure
probably
they
did.
did. Yeah, I'm sure they did because that booth was popping
Yeah.
for sure.
Speaking of Pops, did Funko even release what they're gonna put out?
They're not there, I don't think,
Oh,
right?
they're not there.
Yeah. I
Oh.
don't think they have any presence
Okay.
officially.
Wallet safe from Funko this time.
Yeah.
There was I don't know if I sent it to you. There was like a concept one going around where it had that like
I
samurai
did.
twist,
You
and I
did
was
send me
like,
that,
those
which
are
was awesome.
cool. But
Yeah.
I don't think that
It's funny because we were
made it.
both like, "Yeah, we're done." We talk all the time. We're done with pops, and then they release we see a concept of a cool one. We're like, maybe we're not.
Maybe yeah. I haven't seen any
Um,
cool Pops, but I definitely
no,
haven't bought it. I don't know if we talked about it. I keep forgetting what we talked about on offline or online. I almost bought a Gengar Pop at Target.
we did. I think that was offline.
I almost bought a Gengar Pop, but I'm just itching to like be in Japan. So
Yep.
like those things are really sticking out to me right now. I'm trying not to buy any Pokemon cards. Been pretty successful overall because it's like COVID times. There's not many out there, or out here currently, like in the stores. But yeah,
You know,
I'm planning to buy some stuff. I'm planning to buy things in Japan.
it's something I didn't think about that I should be nervous about is I like Christmas and things like that. I tend to go overboard,
Mm.
and gift buying. I tend to go a little overboard.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, and I probably am gonna buy some gifts for family and friends and whatnot.
Yeah.
That's probably gonna take more money than I expect.
Oh,
So I'll try
interesting.
and I didn't really think about that because I have a habit, like with myself, I can just whatever. I'll just, I can go to Disneyland and not buy a thing,
Yeah.
but I will buy a gift.
Yeah.
So that's like, I'll try and hone myself in there. I'll have Miguel, my brother, trying to keep me honest
Yeah. Yeah.
on
Yeah.
that front. So
Yeah,
we'll see. But
don't ask me if you should buy something or not. Like, bro, we're in
I
Tokyo.
know.
Come on. Where are we gonna come back? Come on. I'll be 100% enabling people, and I'm probably
Hi.
gonna ask you guys. So,
Yeah.
like, does this look? And that's the other thing too is like we might find cool things there that we weren't expecting. Like, let's say you do see a cool jacket that could be Star Wars, and you're
True.
like, oh, should I buy this for the con? You know that's probably gonna happen because
Yeah,
they
that's
do have.
actually a good
Yeah.
I agree. And
Y-
like you were talking about we might go to all the Pokemon centers and stuff, and I was saying how I don't really buy Pokemon stuff. I'll buy something,
Oh, you're
I
gonna
like
buy
if we're
something
going to
at
all the
Pokemon Center, yeah,
I'll
for
buy
sure.
something for sure. I'm gonna buy a Gengar, but
They the Pokemon centers have like random things just themed in Pokemon, and there's bound to be something you're gonna find.
yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
Pokemon Center's gonna really mess me up. My daughter she's like, oh, when am I gonna go to Japan and go to the Pokemon Center? I was like, well, we're gonna need to come back, and if I take you, you're gonna bankrupt me at the Pokemon Center because she just likes cute things.
Yeah,
So yeah, but I asked her what her favorite 6 Pokemon are. I'm gonna look for those for her while we're there, and I
awesome.
was like, how big of a stuffy do you want? Do you want a little one? Do you want like a medium sized one? And she likes the more medium sized ones because she can like carry them around and stuff. So I'll be looking out for like Eevees and Sylveons. Those are very popular, so we shouldn't have any problems finding things. But
No.
I'm on the hunt for that Game Boy SP clamshell.
Yep.
Um,
I love the SP, man.
it's so good. It's such a good console. The only thing is, they have like refurbished, like super super nice ones out here in the States. I don't know if I would want one of those because they like updated the battery, the LED lights are in it. It's just like
Yeah.
really, really nice. I think that it's closer to like 160, 180, but it would still be cool to have an original one, like not, not refurbished or any, or refurbished is fine, but like, most of the original
Not like
components.
aftermarket. Yeah.
Right. Correct. And I have a feeling I'll find one. If I don't, I'll be a little sad, because I think it would be cool to find one because I had a lot of good memories with my first one. And I'm really sad that I sold that for the original DS, and I'm big mistakes. Mistakes were made in my youth, and I'm
Yeah.
trying to make up for that.
I gave mine away for free.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh man. Did the person maybe?
He was a friend. He was a
Okay,
friend.
I feel like that's
Good
fine.
friend. So, but yeah. still they would come over and we'd play it, and then I stopped kind of playing and they'd still
Sure.
play it. I'm like, yeah, take it home.
Yay! That's very nice.
And then, a couple years later, I'm like, man, wish I had that SP, but
Yeah, I sold my Xbox at a garage sale for like
okay.
$25, my original Xbox with like everything.
Still got mine in a drawer.
Nice. I sold my GameCube uh on eBay or something way back when for like $50. Like Smash Bros, memory cards, if you kids remember
I have
memory
a super
cards.
short GameCube story
Yeah,
that I've told a million times, but it's worth one more.
please tell us.
Uh, I just set a couple games aside. We were having a yard sale the next day, and I said, "Hey, mom, can you sell these for $7?" She's like, "Sure, yeah." And then I wake up in the morning, she gives me my $7 because they started really early.
Yeah.
I go, "Thanks." I was going to use that to go towards another game, and I go to my GameCube. It's gone.
Oh,
I'm like, "Wait a minute." And I'm like, "Mom, where's my GameCube?" She sold all my stuff. Yeah, the Smash, all that stuff, controllers, memory cards. She's like, "I sold it." I'm like, what do you mean? So yeah, someone came up for $7 at a
would you
yard
want to
sale.
replace a GameCube with another GameCube in Japan or no?
No, no. See,
Okay.
the thing for me is, I don't play vintage games. Like I like
Same.
them and I'm nostalgic, but
Yeah.
like if I want to play it, like I have an emulator on my phone to play
Right.
the Game Boy stuff. Um, it is cool to have though. I don't think I don't know. I don't think I'd actually like a Game Boy SP. That for sure. I
A
think
small
that's like
profile.
something I'd buy
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
GameCube though, probably not.
Okay. I think I like having right now I have a lot of my old consoles still and I use
Yeah.
them as display pieces rather than
Mhm.
functional things to play with. Um
Fair.
because like some I don't even have some of the technology to play those games. Like I don't have a C or TV to play like my Nintendo or my Sega Genesis. I'm pretty
They're
sure
cool
I'm
to
going to
have though.
What's that?
They're cool to have though,
They
yeah,
are cool
for,
to have.
like, display for
Yeah,
sure.
and you could get converters, right, to like HDMI and
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
like that. But I do have the classics, so they have like a bunch of those old games on it. So I do have a chance to play them with. And then I bought like newer, wireless controllers to play with those.
Sweet.
Um, so I don't really need it. It's just the Game Boy SP that I don't have. I have my that's like out of all the consoles, I think that's the one I actually sold and never kept, and that's why like bothers me the
The one
most.
that got away.
The one that got away because I
Yeah.
still have my original black Game Boy Pocket that I
Dang, sweet.
played like all Gen 1 Pokemon, Gen 2 Pokemon. And then I have like my PSP, my Vita, my
Man,
Xbox 360 Elite. I still have them all, so it's
I
like
usually traded up everything. I sold
right.
everything except for like, I still have my Wii, I still have my original Xbox,
Ooh, I don't have my
but
Wii anymore.
everything else, um, I just would sell to go towards the next thing.
Yeah,
And, like, now of course, sometimes, like, man, I'm a little nostalgic about it. The
yeah.
only one I've kept was I had the Battlefront 2 edition of the PS4, so I
Oh,
still have that. It just
okay,
sits in my room, but
okay.
that one's still there.
And even physical media I really like, but now I'm leaning toward I kept it to just like you only could buy it if there's a steelbook of it, and steelbooks aren't cheap.
Yeah, yeah.
That's how I justify it because now it's a collectible,
I kinda
limited run.
go the same way too, yeah.
Yeah. So, um, and I liked that when I mean this is such a tangent. We're talking about Star Wars Celebration now. We're talking about steelbooks. I liked when Best Buy was just selling the steelbooks without the games and
Yep.
everything. I thought that was a really good
Oh,
idea.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I worked at Best Buy,
Yeah.
if no one knew that, so, I would always yeah, those boxes steelbooks would come and I just grab one and buy it, but,
Yeah.
yeah, that was a nice thing because sometimes you don't wanna,
Yeah. There was
nice little
one I had
collector's
no
item.
business of actually wanting it, but it was a cool cover. It was the one with Kobe on it. The was that
Yep.
the 2K one?
2K24, I
Yeah.
think,
Yeah, there's
the most
this
recent
I
one.
was like, "Oh, that's kind of cool."
Yeah,
But
see, the thing is they won't get me with, like I'm a huge Kobe fan, it's my guy, it's my
mm,
GOAT, but, they're not gonna get me spend $90 for, a Kobe on a cover. So, it's similar, like, if I could just buy the steelbook,
I thought it was I
uh
think I saw him with just the steelbooks.
yeah,
Yeah.
then that's fine, but, like, when the game companies try and upsell so much just to
The
get I'm
collector's
not
edition, the premium collector's edition with, art books. I never really was really a fan of it. There'd be like one thing in it that I wanted, which I probably should have just bought like on
sure.
Mercari or eBay or something. And then I'm like, I
The thing
mostly
then, though
regretted them. Mostly regretted them.
like, now, though, I did at least appreciate when it was back in the day. I say back in the day, probably I don't know how long it's been now, but it used to all be physical stuff, you
Yeah,
know? Now it's all just digital,
digital.
like, oh, you get a digital soundtrack and digital art book, and you get in-game currency and all that stuff. I
Yeah.
don't want any of that, you know?
Yeah, because I like some of the good ones. Like they did the Master Chief helmet. I never had it, but it was cool to
Yep,
see people
that
who
was a
did
cool one.
with
That's
all
an
the
all-timer.
the games. One of my favorite ones was the Pit Boy, the Fallout Pit Boy one.
I think Mikey has it, yeah.
I have mine still. That one's awesome. They had a Destiny one, and I had it for a long time, and just none of that stuff was very useful. And the Destiny 2 Collector's Edition was, or the one of the expansions, not very useful. So it was unfortunate. Um, but
I
yeah,
remember when that Fallout came out. I think it's Fallout 4 with the Pip-Boy.
yeah, yeah.
Or and there's a Tomb Raider game that came out the same night, and back then we were still going to, like, GameStop midnight release kinda thing,
Okay, okay.
and me and my brother out there, he had Fallout pre-ordered, I had Tomb Raider, and everybody out there was for Fallout, and someone yelled, "Who's out here for Tomb Raider?" And someone else said, "Nobody!" And everybody's laughing, and I was like, I was the only person who picked it up that night. So, I was the only person, so that was fun.
That was a good glimpse into why me and Eli could talk for 4 hours because we'll just this is a Star Wars Celebration video. We're talking about video games and midnight releases, which is crazy. Um, I am very excited to be in Japan. It's taking way too long to be there right now, and I'm really hoping that the trip feels long. I don't want it to feel short, and I'm probably predicting I'm gonna really love Tokyo, and I'm gonna want to go back as soon as possible. That's gonna be very difficult. Um, but yeah, I'm hoping we have some good memories out there.
I will go where Celebration takes me. So I hope, like, as much as I would like Celebration France, that'd be awesome, but I don't wanna spend the money.
No,
So I hope it's in Orlando or
yeah,
somewhere.
I'm hoping Orlando too.
Chicago, I know it's been there and I've been there. I loved that city so much, so I would love to go again and, like, take my brother and
Yeah,
go with other people and everything.
yeah. I feel
But
like they
anywhere
bring
in
it
the
back to the
States would be
states.
nice.
Yeah, I think they'll
Yeah.
bring it back to the states. Would you rather it be Orlando or Chicago next, or not next year? Hopefully not next year.
The next one, yeah.
2026, 2027.
I would hope Orlando just because I haven't been there.
You've never been to Orlando
And
before?
no, I have not.
Oh, wow.
So it'd be a
Okay.
first. Have you?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Actually, quite a
Oh.
few times, yeah.
Oh,
It was in,
alright.
you know,
Well,
world
excuse
traveling.
me. No, no, but I've never been there, so it'd be cool to be able to go out to, like, Disney World and,
Yeah.
a couple different things out there. But, Chicago is probably my favorite city I've been to.
Oh,
So,
okay.
like, and I didn't even get to explore it as much as I like. So my ideal thing would be, I guess, Orlando, the next one, and the one after that, Chicago. But
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, either of them, I'd be ecstatic.
Yeah. I would mean, I'd be
What
down.
about you?
I'd be down for either or. I haven't really been into Chicago as an adult and explored, so it would pretty
Yeah,
much be my first time there. Um, Orlando, I want to go just to go to Batu East and be in Batu. Because I'm really feeling the FOMO with all the Season of the Force stuff. I'm like, oh, I actually miss being there, but it's been
yeah,
such out of, out of sight, out of mind kind of thing. Or it's just like we see it so much, you don't really, it's like doesn't phase as much. But with all the new merch they're putting out there, I got to remind myself, like, I'm gonna be at Celebration. Like all this stuff is kind of pales in comparison, right, to what
yeah.
we're doing going across to the other side to do Star Wars stuff. But yeah, I haven't been to Batu. Like I've been to Florida, I've been to Disney World a handful of times, but not Batu. It wasn't built yet, so I'm curious what Batu East is like. I heard ours is better, but um, I'd still like to
Also,
go.
I have a feeling that the next celebration, I'm assuming they'll skip a year.
Yeah.
It's gonna be huge. I wouldn't be surprised. I would be surprised if it's another 3 day. I wouldn't be surprised if it's 4 or 5 with Chicago.
Whoa.
Just
Really?
because I feel like they're gonna have so much more to present in 2 years.
You would
Um,
hope I would hope so. I would hope so.
because by then Mando and Grogu will have been out. I mean, it's hard to imagine that movie not succeeding. Um, so
When is it
that
slated
comes
again?
out. It's
2026?
I think it's in May. It's a summer release.
Oh, it's a summer
And
movie.
I
They're not a Christmas
Yes,
one.
so I don't believe so. Let me double check real
Interesting.
quick.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, May 22nd, 2026.
Interesting. Okay. Okay.
Actually, pretty soon, you know.
Yeah, just a year. Just a year from then. Do you okay, so in your video we did a few predictions. Let's not use any of
Sure.
those.
Yeah.
Any predictions? Any other predictions that you might be going through in your head?
Predictions. See, the tough thing is because of the release schedule of the panels, I feel like there's not a whole lot of room for
Mm-hmm.
big reveals per se.
Sure.
Um, I think that something that could be a fun surprise is if in say I think the Mando and Grogu or the Andor panel, you might see a character revealed that you weren't expecting, right?
Oh, yeah.
So that could be cool. Like I would, a cool reveal would be if Ian McDermott shows up to like the Andor panel. It's like, oh shoot, they're gonna have
Oh,
Sheev in there, you know?
yeah, like
Because
I
it'd be
would
cool
be
to have Palpatine.
yeah, like at one of the Senate things at Mon Mothma.
Yeah.
He's like, shut up. Like,
Or like,
whoa.
Daedra and Serial Karn are,
Yeah.
in the ISB and they're like, this
Making
is of the
out.
utmost importance. And they walk in, down a hall and
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
old Uncle Sheev there.
Yeah.
So I think that would be a cool thing.
That
Even in
is
the
good.
Mando and Grogu panel, I think potential for some sort of big cameo or like cast reveal. So
Maybe the other Mickelson brother showing up, Thrawn.
oh yeah, I think that's that'd be cool.
Yeah. His brother's there.
Um It's tough to say with the overlap of, like, when Ahsoka what's going on in Ahsoka and what's going on in the
Oh,
Mandoverse,
sure.
but,
But Ahsoka's not like, is she coming back to the side of the galaxy? I'm
that's what I'm
curious, or if
saying.
she's staying on that side with Force Ghost Anakin. You know, like I'm very excited for Ahsoka too now, just with that
Me too.
aspect.
And
Uh,
I'm sure at the Ahsoka panel, they'll probably bring out, Clegane, since he's,
oh,
reprising the
the
role,
Hound.
for
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Hound, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So that's a cool thing. I think those are the biggest reveal possibilities
Sure.
just because of what the panels are slated for.
Yeah,
But I'm curious, what do you got? You got any,
I do.
exciting
I had a
ideas?
couple rooting around in my brain, and I have some more that I want to ask you about. We'll do our over
Sure.
under game like we used to do for
Yeah,
predictions.
absolutely.
I'm hoping for during the Visions 3 panel, they go, we're going to take one of the episodes and make it into a full blown show.
That'd be cool.
Like, because there was talks of like the Ninth Jedi being a full like series, and I'm
Yeah.
hoping they just like locked it in and they go, you will see an animated Star Wars show and hopefully canon. I mean, I'm fine if it's not, but like a series. Like, oh, we're going to do the Ronin series, or we're going to do the Ninth Jedi series. Like any of those, I would love to see them kind of explore more, just to kind of hit the that anime fan base, because Disney's doing some anime stuff now. I don't know if you've seen
Yes,
any
they
of
are.
those. Having a Star Wars one, I think, is a great like mixture, and in Tokyo, right? Like I feel like they're trying to build a base there, and they have a Disneyland, so why not consider building a Batu, or why not lean into something Star Wars Visions to kind of promote this product? Yeah, that would be one of my wants for the Visions panel.
I was looking. I think one thing it would be cool if they announce whatever the next big Star Wars animated show is. I know
Yes.
same vein, but
Yeah.
like the Filoni animated. Like it doesn't
Right.
necessarily have to be Filoni, but I'm still always holding hope for sequels timeline based
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
show.
Let's
And there's so
start.
many possibilities for
Yeah.
new characters. Move the timeline. We've seen the Clone Wars stuff over and over and over, which has all been great.
Yeah.
Um, but like we have all these new characters that they can still bring into a later timeline, flesh out those timelines, especially between episode 8 and episode 9. You can have these characters come back that you've made in, Bad Batch characters, or even if it's just Omega, or you can have an animated version of some of the skeleton crew. I don't know, whatever you want to do. Like
Yeah, yeah.
there's plenty of potential to
Yeah.
still play in the sandbox they've made
Correct.
with new material. So that would be my other big hope.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, let's do over under because I got a few.
So it
Over under Mark Hamill's there and shows up on
under, I
stage.
don't, yeah, under like let's just put the line at 50%.
Yeah, 50%.
I'm going under. I'm going under. I don't think so.
Over under Cal Kestis. I can't remember the actor's name.
Oh, yeah, Cameron Moynihan. I think.
Yes.
I'm gonna say. I know they are doing a panel, so I'll just say My heart says under, but I'll just say over. I'll be optimistic on that. I
Oh,
don't know what he's doing right
I
now.
mean, like video games though, usually they bring him out for a game, but if he's not, you
He's
know.
not in the game, but I think they're doing like a look back, so that'll probably be like a someone who worked on the game. You're right. So you flipped me under.
Mine would be under. Mine would be under. I also, you have to consider Japan's very far. You're
It is.
asking actors to come all the way out there, and you have to pay them essentially to come with that time spent.
They got the money.
They
But
got
yeah,
the
no.
money. Yeah, that's what I actually. Star Wars and Disney, don't be cheap. Don't cheap out on this stuff.
Don't
Like,
be cheap.
don't be cheap. There's an established fan base that we are willing to give you money to enjoy this thing. Over under, and I don't know where the line is here.
Sure.
This is going to be opinion based. Do you feel like you personally will see more Force Awakens stuff celebrating the anniversary of Force Awakens, or less than expected?
Well,
So
I'll say
like,
more
okay.
because I am not expecting anything.
Mm,
Unfortunately, I'm hoping I see something, but I'm expecting like maybe an artist does something, maybe
okay.
an artist sells something.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I would be thrilled if I mean I have this patch from 2019, 20th anniversary. Who cares about a 20th anniversary?
A 20th
It's a
anniversary is
20
pretty big. It's
like
big.
okay, 10 is bigger than 20 for sure.
Is
And then
it?
25 10 is bigger than 20, 25 is bigger than 20.
Oh,
So like
true.
I think
Yeah.
that it's more of a milestone.
Like
Like decade
15,
is a
I don't even want to
milestone.
hear 15.
Yeah, nobody cares about 15. 20 fine, but really that's just leading up to 25. Like 25 is the next big
But
one,
30 is big though. Like,
30 is big, you're right.
so I go like 20, 30.
All right. 10 is bigger than 20 though. I will stand on that. I think that there's something like, "Oh wow, that came out." Like if I see something that came out 10 years ago that I like, I'm like, "Oh wow, that was 10 years ago." If I see 20, I'm like, 20 years. Tell him LeBron's still doing it, I guess. I don't know. But I'm just being salty because I want them to give The Force Awakens their flowers. And
Yeah.
if they don't now, am I going to have to wait another 15 years until it's 25?
Yeah, that's
I,
the
because
thing.
when it's 25, Empire Strikes, not Empire Strike, Revenge of the Sith will be 35. You can't
You can't
celebrate
do
at 35.
35.
So,
No, you can't do
so
35.
that's when.
You can't do 35. That's awful. Okay, over under Sabine Wren, Natasha Lee Bordizzo. Do you think she's there for the Ahsoka thing?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Who else? Oh, Ezra Bridger.
Why not? My only thing with these, though, that makes me a little skeptical is none of these people are doing signings, which feels odd.
Well, they
But
didn't do it at Anaheim either. But like
that's
the show
fair.
didn't
But
come out.
did
The
they
show didn't
yeah,
come
they
out.
did they announce them at Celebration though? Or were they already announced? Maybe
Natasha was announced. I don't remember if I'm gonna try to find his name.
because I know
Amon
that if they were
Esfandi. I
announced,
don't.
they weren't gonna sign.
Amon Esfandi definitely wasn't even there.
Yeah, no.
Because that was
So
like kind of under wraps.
so that makes sense. I'm just like if they are already flying out there, it's just surprising if they don't. So that makes me skeptical. But I'm just gonna say sure. Rosario's there, we know that for
Stars there for
sure.
sure. Yeah,
Um, Filoni and them, I'm sure will be there. John Favreau,
100%. Yeah.
I'll just say yes. Why not? Let's just be optimistic.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll go over.
You know who needs to sign stuff? Who doesn't?
Harrison Ford.
My brain is breaking.
They charge $15,000 for that. While you look that up, I'll just say Harrison Ford does so much great work outside of Star Wars. He's having a career renaissance right now. Not that his career ever went away, but he's doing some of the best work of his career right now.
Okay, I might be butchering his name. Paul Sung Hyun, that plays Carson Teva.
Oh yeah,
He needs to do
yeah,
signings or something. I mean, maybe he doesn't want to, but I'm like, he would be huge. Like,
that
he'd
would
be
be
great.
great.
And
Yeah,
and I would definitely have to say something to him about Avatar: The Last Airbender because he was in the live action. So
yeah.
but yeah, I like him a lot. I like the character. I'm surprised he's not like part of the circuit. But maybe, I mean, he has a lot of work, so
Surprised by that too.
maybe he doesn't need to.
Busy guy.
So if the Ahsoka thing is happening,
Mhm.
are you anticipating it being a season 2 thing? I
Yeah,
am,
yeah.
right?
Same.
Okay. Do you think they're gonna bring back like Shin Hati, the Sith apprentice, or the Dark Side Apprentice?
Yeah, I think that's a gimme. I think
Okay,
because they recasted Balin Skull, well, you wouldn't do that if you're not bringing back Shin.
that's true. And she was like a fan favorite. I think she was great. Her costume was great.
Yeah,
Look was
me too.
great. Um.
She was intense.
Oh, here's another one. Maybe not. David Tennant, who played Hu Yang, the 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 droid lightsaber thing. Do you think
Oh yeah.
David Tennant would show up?
Uh, hmm.
Because it's a voice,
Ah,
so
man,
over under on that
it's a
one, right?
voice. Like if this was in Orlando, I'd say yes to all of these.
Sure.
It's just so like I feel like part of me wants to say no to every single one
Oh,
because
interesting.
they're not
Yeah.
signing, but I know they would like you can get away with just putting Rosario Dawson up there and Dave Filoni. Like you can get away with that,
Yeah.
but it does feel like it would be a little underwhelming to be in like that huge stage and only have two people up there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no on David Tennant.
Okay.
Maybe he'll call in.
Yeah, zoom. Do a little zoom.
Yeah.
Like, is Tamar Morrison gonna be there?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Cool. I really like him.
He's in the building.
What about Ming-Na Wen, or Fennec Shand, or Mulan? What do you think? Maybe.
If she's in the Mando movie, then yes. But I'm gonna say no. I don't think she's gonna be.
Oh, okay. Do you think they're gonna announce any video games?
I think they've confirmed they are. I think
Okay.
they're showing a strategy game of some sort.
Oh no! Wait. Am I thinking of the XCOM one? That one, or am I thinking of something totally different?
I think if it's not XCOM, I think it might be in the same vein.
Like kind of
But
like a
I'm forgetting
top-down
the
strategy.
details. I think so.
And your boy loves XCOM. That was
Oh
my
yeah.
first cosplay that I've ever done ever. And so I would be very excited to play something like
Same. I
that.
think it'd be sick.
Yeah. So I'm in for that.
Like I do think that if Pedro shows up, that would be huge. Just because he's filming
Oh
Avengers,
yeah, you
and I don't
say
think there's
no,
like
right?
necessarily a big expectation for him to show up because he's filming. But I do think he will. I think they'll
I
get
say
him there.
yes. Yeah, I say they'll
Yeah.
get him there. And if not, he'll be introducing the movie. Hey
Yeah.
friends, I can't be there with you guys right now. I'm filming Doomsday, and I'm in my green room or whatever. And then it'll introduce into
That almost
Mandalorian
feels
Grogu.
fitting given how he's probably not even going to be on the set of that movie.
He's just the voice. He's just voice acting.
They're gonna have Brendan. They're gonna have the two other guys who are actually in the suit there, but they're gonna be speaking, but it's Pedro's voice. It's gonna be recorded. Um,
Last one. Over under any reference to the Acolyte or the Stranger. Might be two different
in
things.
general, yes, 100%. Not in a panel because Manny Jacinto's there, so he will be on the Star Wars live stage, and I'm sure they'll talk about it.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's going to be a big cheer, to bring back the Acolyte. There's going to be support shown for sure.
100%.
So it'll be mentioned. I don't know about in an actual panel.
Yeah.
I doubt it. Is Kathleen Kennedy going to be there? I feel like she has to be, but
Yeah,
I
she'd
don't
probably be
know.
there. That'd be my guess.
I would assume so. I mean, I'd hope so. She's running the studio.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think we'll get Acolyte stuff. He's the only Acolyte member there, I think.
Yeah.
So they'll interview him about it. But
yeah,
might be it.
Okay.
I'm excited though for those panels, the Andor panel. I guess we didn't
100%.
mention it, but if we're gonna, I guess that'd be a big thing. Is an prediction that they'll let us see the first episode at least.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that would make the trip pretty great.
Yeah, especially with all the fans there and everyone's just being excited, and yeah, that would be cool. I'm expecting that actually.
Same.
And if it's 10 minutes, I'm gonna be pissed.
I'll be mad too. I don't want to watch 10 minutes.
I don't want to watch 10 minutes.
I'd rather just see. I don't know. If Adria Arjona showed up, I'd be hyped.
Oh, dude.
That's not. I doubt it, but I'd be excited.
Anyone for that cast, if they did a signing, I think I would be more like compelled.
Same
for them. We should have did Diego. I don't know why we hesitated.
I know.
I don't know. We're just dumb.
Same. Same. There's no reason. I have the money, and I'll wait till I get paid. For what?
Because this is like probably the last time he's gonna show up for one of these, right? Because they're not doing more Andor stuff.
Maybe.
And
yeah.
So,
I mean, never say never, because you never know when
the 10th anniversary.
Yeah.
Of Andor. Yeah,
we Rogue One, maybe the 10th anniversary of Rogue One.
Yeah.
But
Unless,
wait,
unless.
that's next year.
Oh my gosh, already? Jeez. Unless my prediction from our last video, we get a Jin Urso show.
Oh yeah. Yeah, sure.
And then you
That'd be
bring
cool.
you bring some of that cast back. I still want a Cheerroot and Baze show. Give me that. A Donnie,
Same.
yeah, give me that. For Guardians of the Wills. You know, boom.
That'd be sick.
Even
They
in
should make a
animation.
what if. They should make a what if. Have Chirrut be a Jedi. Let me see that.
Ooh, yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
what
Or I
if
mean, or
Chirrut?
do an anime.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm down. I think that'd be really cool.
We should do like a
I'm trying to think.
fake bingo card of like all these
Yeah,
predictions.
like that's a good idea. We can make that. It's a good
Hey, get
idea.
on that. Get on that. I got these podcasts to edit.
I'll start mocking some stuff up.
By the way, did you want to show off some of those poker chips you were working on that you're doing giveaways?
Oh, sure. Yeah. I mean, we got a couple things going. It's just I'm trying to put together a couple things to give away. So I just have these
Yeah.
like poker chips. Oh, you can't see it.
Oh, there
But
you
it's
go.
got the Rebel logo. We got a denomination on the back.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be putting like stickers.
Save one
and
for
I have
me.
different
Save one for
decals
me.
I'm making. Oh yeah, different decals and stickers, and then obviously the Rain Awakens sticker. And I'm just gonna be giving those away in like maybe just in little bags. So you get a couple things there. So if you see me, hit me up. I got stuff for y'all.
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
stuff.
Did we come up with a word or phrase to it be entered into like a free thing? We said like the first person to find us or to say something specific.
I feel like we'll have to put it on like clip that out if we do figure that out. Put like a short and like post on our Instagram, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't know yet. It might even be we might have to find something in Japan, you know? Like to I might find something
you
in
want to
Japan.
hand it to them? Okay.
I might.
Okay.
Just as a heads up, I will probably have something to give to the first person that comes up to me.
Nice.
I'll
think about having something in hand. If I don't, you can get like a free shirt on reigncoreclothing.com or any of the Critter Collective stickers. I'll be giving those away, you know. I'll have that. I'll just finish my plugs. I'll be doing Hunters on Twitch again after Japan when I have a little bit more time on Rain_core. And yeah, that's most of the stuff and Instagram.
I was trying to get my Critter Collector stickers, but I can't reach them.
I have one on hand, the Dewback one. I don't have many of my other water bottles.
Yeah, this one right here.
The Voltex. Yeah. And we'll be coming out with a Wave 2 probably this year. And I was working on Andor stickers and shirts and stuff, but I don't know if that'll come out before Japan. Definitely after. Oh, yeah, the Tauntaun. Yeah, we got a lot of Critter Collective stickers and more to come. And if you guys have suggestions, I'll take them in the comments or DM me on Raincore or Parade Rainer. Where can people find you?
You can find me at the Fan Awakens on YouTube and on Instagram and all the other things. TheFanAwakens.com will have be coming live quite soon. So check me out there as well.
Somehow the Fan Awakens has returned.
Well,
I hope you guys enjoyed this video of us kind of being excited and gearing up for celebration the last 7 days or less whenever this does post.
The next time you see us together will likely be in Japan.
100%. 100%. But thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you guys who are going, travel safe. We'll see you there. The ones that are not, be safe. Keep an eye out for all the videos and stuff. Don't feel too bad. There's going to be more celebrations, things coming along, and more videos coming from us. So stay tuned there. With that being said, I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Punch Chewy. Boom. We're out of here. Bye, guys.